Hey guys, so today we're about to cook some chicken fried quinoa, and what you're going to need is your quinoa, of course. You know that right now I let it soak in some water, and I squeeze some lime juice into it because I don't really like how it smells, to begin with. It's good, but it smells weird to me, so I let it sit down in some water that I'm going to drain. You're going to need either your soy sauce or teriyaki sauce, which in this case I will not be using the teriyaki sauce. It's just an option. You're going to need your eggs, a bag of frozen vegetables, and some chicken chopped or diced, in small pieces. So get your oven to, medium low, and we're gonna get, the water into a pot and bring it to a boil. Cover it up so it can boil up. In the meantime, we're going to cook the chicken and vegetables just like the Chinese people do it. I'm gonna season my chicken with lemon pepper. Just pour the desired amount, not too much. Some parsley flakes. And again, this is hurry up and, get something to eat kind of food. So yeah. Minced onion. I'm gonna be using my powdered spices tonight. Some Italian seasoning. I like my meat well seasoned. I don't eat bland food, and don't worry, it will not be salty. Some paprika. Just put enough, not too much, because we're gonna be mixing it with the soy sauce. So make sure you put the right amount. And of course, some cayenne pepper. I love cayenne pepper. It add a little, spice to my meat. We're gonna heat the grease and pour our meat into it, which in my case, the grease was not hot, enough. So just make sure you pour the chicken into the grease. If you can, let it warm up a little bit more, please do so. And make sure you stir it in there while it's cooking, because add your onion. I will also be adding some onion into it. Make sure you stir it up so that way all parts of your chicken is cooked. You don't want to catch any bacteria, any viruses. You want your chicken to be well cooked. In my case, I will not be, covering my chicken up, because we don't want any, water. We don't want it to be saucy, because it's a chicken fried quinoa. It's just like they do chicken fried rice. When you go to the Chinese restaurant, the way they do it, at their, in the table in front of you, we're gonna do it just like this. But the difference is with making it in a pan. Now my water had boiled for the quinoa. Just add the quinoa into it and stir it up, and we're just gonna leave it there to boil. As you can see, I crank my heat up, a notch. Do not cover it up, just leave it here, let it chill, let it cook. As you can see, my chicken looks, well done. I'm just, letting some of the water soak, evaporate a little bit. I always use this word because you don't want that much juice. So crack up your eggs a bit, whisk it up. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Trying to find a fork. So whisk your eggs and pour it into the chicken. Now do not mix it up right away while the egg is running. You want to cook the egg, make a hole right in the middle, just like I did right now, and make sure your egg is thoroughly cooked, fully cooked before you mix it onto the chicken, because you don't want it to coat your chicken up. You know, just like, you know, at the Chinese restaurant, when they push everything to the side, they cook the egg, then they build a hole in the middle, they put their vegetables. If you guys can see what I mean, I'm bad at explaining situations. As you can see, my egg is cooking pretty well, and do not add any seasoning in the egg as well when you whisk it. You want it to be blend because, you know, the season of the chicken will blend with it along with the soy sauce, so do not put any salt on the egg. As you can see, my egg is well cooked. There's no water, there's no sauce in the pan to where, you know, it's liquidy. Everything is looking the way I want it to look. I'm not a chef. This is my, you know, personal technique I develop. I just like see how they do it at their restaurant, and I try to reproduce it at home. So just put a hole in between. Just make some space because we're gonna be adding our vegetables, frozen vegetables. If you can do it all natural with fresh peas and carrots, that'll be even better. Our quinoa is boiling. See what I mean? Quinoa is a weird kind of food, man. Once it starts boiling, it will get foamy. But don't worry about it. It's not dangerous. It's not going to kill you. If you can, just, you know, take some of that foam out of it and throw it away or whatever. But it is not harmful. Trust me. I've ate it a couple of times. Now I am adding my peas and carrots onto my chicken. If you can hear this, it's my husband in the kitchen trying to snack, you know, late at night. So don't worry about it. I'm sorry about the noise. So add your vegetables and mix it well. You want to cover it up for a little bit because you want your carrots and peas to be well done, cooked as well. You don't want the crispy peas and carrots while you're chewing on your quinoa. You want everything to be cooked perfectly. Now, my quinoa is cooked. Just turn off the heat. We're going to drain it and rinse it up with some cold water because you don't want it to be overcooked. You don't want the mushy, you know, just like you don't want mushy fried rice, you also don't want mushy quinoa. So run, you know, cold water into it so it can cool off and just let it sit. Just let it chill on the side. As you can see, you know, that's the water that come out of it. We're not gonna use it. Throw it away. So all my veggies looks good. I'm going to add my soy sauce into it. Not too much, although it seems like I'm adding a lot, but I just added just enough. And I'm gonna let that simmer for a little bit before I add my quinoa to it. Just make sure everything is well blended together. Just stir it up until, you know, don't that look good? Don't that look good? Has the right amount of spice, the right amount of liquid, and just add your quinoa to it and mix it all up together. Mix it up together, you know, taste it and add, you know, add more soy sauce if you want to, or some more teriyaki sauce. But it's technically done. Right now I'm just gonna let it simmer for a little bit until, you know, some of the soy sauce soak up, because we don't want water under it. Just let it sit onto it. Don't cover it up because you don't want water. You don't want it water, you know, all that sauce under it. You don't want that. Just keep it on the stove for a little while and technically you're done. That's all. I make my chicken fried quinoa. So thank you guys for watching. Love you guys.